Hello YouTube. Want to make a quick video before I go to bed. Alright, Noodlers. Let's see, got some of their pens here, and some of their inks. Um, Inks come in, first off let me say a little something about Noodlers. Noodlers is awesome. Great quality inks, nice quality pens, all at a great price. This is their inks. Got two sizes. Um, you can get it in larger sizes. There's also a smaller size. There's a 1 ounce. This is a 3 ouncer, and this is the 4.5. Um, I think only a handful of colors come in the 1 ounce, and you can get any ink in a bigger size. Most places have to like special order it. Depends on where you get it from. If they can or can't, they should be able to though. But this size always comes a little eyedropper. Fill up your pen. Eyedropper pen if you don't have a syringe. It's convenient. This size is just like this. This is a lot of ink. One of these is gonna last you a long time. And the great thing about Noodlers is they have what they call what's known as like eternal inks. And as an artist like me or a writer, um, it's great because it's completely waterproof, bleach proof, fade proof. I mean, even like the polar ones, you can write in 0-degree temperature if you're in Antarctica or anywhere like that. But anyway, um, it's awesome, and they all write super smooth, and they're safe for any pen. Won't clog it up like Indian ink or some other things like that. So I highly, highly recommend them. This is a very famous color, Noodler's Apache Sunset. Um, it's a beautiful ink. It has some really good shading. I have some samples. I keep in my notebook here. Let's see. Let's get this side. But yeah, I mean the shading on this Apache Sunset right here is just awesome. They all write really good. And show you some of their pens. This is the Noodler's Flex Creeper. This is a blue demonstrator. It's a Bay State blue, if I'm not mistaken. I think is the name of it. And it's a nice pen. Has some ink in it, but like right here is the piston fill. Screw that down, up. Has, I mean, it's demonstrated, but it also has these ink windows here. It's not a demonstrator, so you can see how much is in there. They all have these flex nibs. It's really nice. You can post them all as well. This is the, show it to you like this. This is the Noodlers Conrad. Has Noodlers right there. It's the Roaring 20s Tortoise. And this is a very, very German design. I like it a lot. It's the nib again. Now they're mostly all flex nibs. And this has a blind cap. You can unscrew right here. Then use this to use the plunger to suck up the ink. Put that back on there. I really like the feel of this pen all around. It's a great pen. Postable too, of course. This was my first Noodlers pen, the Noodlers Ahab. And this is Pumpkin Poltergeist. They all come in really cool colors like this. I sort of mixed it up, got one of each of the different styles. And this is just a big pen, unposted. I mean, this thing's pretty big. I have like humongous hands. I'm a big guy. But there's the nib. Nice little grip section. And this one, what's cool about it, how you fill it, it's this little sucker. Plunger. down, suck up the ink. You do that about 3 times, and it will completely fill up with ink. I'm talking the whole thing, man. And that's a lot of ink. You can also take this off right here. Take this off. Move this little O-ring down here into the threads. Fill this up with ink, and pop it on like that. And you have a ton of ink in there. Eyedropper fill. There is some variations, a little bit of variation between these nibs. Um, from what I can tell, they have in the Conrad have very similar nibs. Now, you put the flats creeper in there, and it's way smaller. And for some reason, this gets the thickest line out of all of them. I don't know, but they have great line variation. And another thing I love about Noodlers is you can tweak this pen to however you want. Highly customizable, and it's totally simple to disassemble. You can just pull this right out, and if you want like a better ink flow, you can just take a razor, and right here in this hand cut, they're all hand cut ebonite feeds. You can cut little slits in there, add on there, give you more ink. You can adjust the nib and feed however you like to give you a better ink flow. Basically, the farther in the feed is, the wetter the ink, and the farther away this is, the less flex, farther out, more flex. So you can just fiddle with them, and they're really cheap. I mean, this one's like 14, this one's 20, this one's 20. You can probably be for a little cheaper, a little more expensive, but that's the staple price. And this is cool. You saw this on like one of my last videos. This was a free pen, came with the Nikita ink, and it's really cool because it has the little Noodlers. I don't know if you can see that, like inscribed right there, Noodlers ink, has it on there. And this pen is crazy because when I first saw it, I thought, I'm like, well, it looks sort of like the Conrad, but it's not. I'm like, is it like this one? A little bit. The body's sort of similar, but it's almost just like, the Creeper mixed with the Conrad. I really wish they would make this pen, in some type of a plunger fill instead of just eyedropper. It's a beautiful pen, and it doesn't have a flex nib. That totally surprised me. And the hand-cut ebonite feed is a little different. As you can see, it's not all the way around, it's a flat one. Whereas the rest of them aren't flat. You can see these, and put that up there. The nib's small too, it's about the same size as a Flex Creeper here, just not a Flex. Beautiful color too. It sort of accents the red Nikita ink it came with, so I filled it with too. But yeah, Noodlers is awesome. Highly recommend if you are an artist who likes to work in ink. Pick up some of these pens. My pieces I've done with them turned out really well. I'll show you a little drawing sample that has really good line variation. This was all done with just one pen, the same pen. I mean, you can see that line variation in there. I really didn't color anything in. I mean, it's good stuff. I like it. I like it a lot. And another thing, I don't know much about Noodlers. Most sites you go on and whatnot, they give you a nice history of the company and stuff, but the Noodler website sort of doesn't do that. I mean, for all these pens to be, so handmade and like so popular, as well as the inks are, I mean, specifically engineered to do certain things with their pens and with other pens. The Apache Sunset has a great shading. There's also some other inks out there that do a halo effect, and they're meant to do the halo. That's something people stay away from, but it does this beautiful halo effect, and it does it more so with a flex pen. what I'm getting at is there's not a lot of info about how they got started, where they're located, you know, who started it up and um, why a lot of the inks are, or the names of the inks are the names they are. They're very political names. Well, most most of them. But I just want to know more. I don't know. I'm a curious guy, and yeah. If anybody knows anything, please comment. Let me know. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed. Maybe I'll show you guys how to take the pins apart one of these days. But until then, you guys have a good night, and I'll see you later.